Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the first lecture video on vowel chart and vowel classification. I hope you people are doing good. So just simply to link our today's lecture with the previous ones, I just want to let you know what we have studied here in vowels. So vowel sound is a sound in which there is a continuous vibration of the vocal folds and the air stream is allowed to escape from the mouth in an unobstructed manner. Well, what actually we mean, vocal folds are vibrating. Keep in view, vocal folds always they are vibrating, or there are voiced sounds when we produce vowels. All vowel sounds are voiced. In consonants, you notice that some consonants were voiced while the other consonants were voiceless. But here we have all of them, all the vowel sounds are voiced sounds. And this part is also very important, that airstream, the sound, the air that is coming from lungs, so it is allowed to escape from the mouth in an unobstructed manner without any interruption. So it comes without narrowing or stoppage or blockage. So relatively, when you compare it with consonants, it is relatively open. Okay, because I have detailed it earlier on, it is just simply I'm trying to create a link with the previous lecture. So I will not stay on these issues longer, and then we will move on to our actual topic. So we also discussed this, vowel phonemes. There are, how many vowels are there in English? There are 20, but other languages may vary, right? Even not only just vary the number, there might be different vowel sounds. I'm sure there are many nasalized vowel sounds in Arabic which are absent here, right? Okay, if you look closely at this chart, you would notice that up to 12, all these vowels are represented by one single number, one single symbol. And from these 8, from 13 to up to 20, these 8 are represented by two symbols, two phonetic symbols, right? So these first 12 are cardinal vowels or monophthongs, and these 8 are diphthongs. Diphthongs die. There are two sounds involved in the production. Two vowel sounds are involved in the production of these vowel sounds, diphthongs. Further details will be there about diphthong. If you could not gather, fully, don't worry. During these slides, we have more discussion on diphthongs, and we will discuss how the glide takes place. Okay, then we notice simple vowels or monophthongs, the first 12 which I talked about. These may have short vowel or long vowel. Short vowels are also called lax vowels, in which your muscles of mouth are lax. Lax mean relax. They are not tense. Long vowels, you may also consider them tense vowels, in which there will be the muscles of mouth will be tense. So examples for short lax vowel: get, sit, man, hot, cut, put. In these very short vowels are used, and long vowels actually they take almost the double of, usually double of the time in their production. So see, if you compare sit with seat, the because sa and ta are same for sit and for seat. So sit, if it takes any amount of time, in seat it will take double in production of the same the vowel sound in between sa, ta, and seat. It will take double, and sit it will take half of the long vowel. So this is how we have already talked about. So I'm moving on to diphthongs and triphthongs. Yes, we also discussed this diphthong and triphthongs. Diphthong means, in the chart that I showed you here, diphthongs are these 8 vowel sounds, right? These vowels are produced by the movement or glide from one vowel to another, right? When you say boy, this one, boy, it is pronounced as boy, boy, o e, oi, right? So hi, I, e, and ends in e. So hi, How? It starts with ow, ow, and then ends in ow. Sorry, it starts in okay, symbols, because I did not mention your symbols. I did not want to confuse you, but later on you will find along with symbols. And same way, go. Sha sound in the beginning and ow sound at the end. Ow. So diphthongs are part of vowel entry, vowel inventory actually. So there are 20 vowel sounds, 8 diphthongs, and 12 monophthongs. What about these triphthongs? We do not consider them directly into vowel repertory or vowel inventory. Rather, I mean, they are combination of 3 vowels. So sound will be the vowel sound. It will glide from 1 to a second and from second towards third, right? Like power, power, higher, plier. I'm coming towards today's lecture. So this is about vowel chart and quadrilateral diagram or vowel diagram, whatever you name this, because all 3 are very much commonly used for this representation. While you would notice here, just one second, let me see if I could use, okay, I try to use. You would notice that from here, look, it comes like this, and then, sorry, once again, I think I need to get, so at least one thing you can see, this is not what you call this, square. This is not murabba, any a kind of box, huh? Where all 4 sides are equal. This is not mustatil or murabba. Okay, you can see, because it starts from here and it comes down like this. And this, if I draw this line straight, so this particular area is vacant. No vowel is produced here. What this uh, diagram actually shows, what this chart actually shows, roughly it is the oral cavity. It represents roughly the oral cavity. Oral cavity is what? Right from your behind your lips up to, because it includes the whole cavity, khala, like that is behind the lips, right from your teeth up to, if you keep on moving, I don't want to refer to the upper articulators, right? Like teeth, alveolar ridge, hard palate, soft palate. Rather, the whole cavity, including where tongue moves. Okay, just you can understand by this. Wherever your tongue can move within your oral cavity, within your mouth, it is oral cavity. Okay, this is what we consider oral cavity. So this is representing your oral cavity. Say beat. Your tip of the tongue will be it will be produced by the tongue at a particular place, like beat. It is very much at front. Say beat and then try to say boat or boot. Please, you, if you say it right now, I cannot observe this whether you are saying or not. You can recall to your mind during the class. I would ask every student to do this, so that once you speak it out loudly, you understand the concept what I am talking about. So say beat and boot. You would notice when you were saying beat, it was being produced from the front part of your mouth. When you say boot, it was being produced from the back part of your mouth. This front, center, and back refers to this phenomenon, right? So central. Then height. How, for example, beat and bat. Try to say beat, bat. You would notice that by the time you were producing a sound, your mouth was rather open. Say it once again. Beat, bat, bat. By the time you were saying a sound, your mouth was open. So if, I mean, tongue height, if tongue height is low, it means oral cavity is more open. If your tongue goes down, if it is low, it means there is more space above the tongue in oral cavity, right? So when you say beat, tongue is actually higher, so it is closing the cavity. Closing means just going upward, so there will be less space, so tongue will be considered high in beat and low in bat. So I hope you can see the difference clearly. And when you say bait or bat, actually it is mid, near mid or mid. So so what so far we could understand, that this diagram or vowel chart, it represents the oral cavity of your mouth, where your tongue can move, because it is mainly about tongue we are talking about. Which part of the tongue is involved? Front part, central part, or back part? Okay, like beat, boot. So beat, front part, and boot, back part of your tongue is involved in the production of these. Okay, then the another criteria is height of the tongue. How high the tongue was. If you say beat, tongue was too high, right? So your mouth will be less open, or the cavity, there will be less cavity available when you produce beat. But when you say bat, your mouth will be open, tongue will be low, hence more oral cavity will be vacant. So these two criteria along with roundedness, this is the third criteria. Actually, we are going to classify vowels on the basis of these criteria. Now you can recall to your mind, we classified according to classified the consonants on which criteria? Voiced, voiceless. Yes. Then what else was there? We talked about place of articulation, manner of articulation, right? Place of articulation like bilabial, and manner of articulation like stop or plosive, fricative. These are manners. Here we have three criteria. All three can be represented within this vowel chart. I'm staying on it because it is very important for you to understand this. Okay, so this represents which part of the tongue is involved, front, center, or back part. And this discusses the tongue height, how high the tongue was. Tongue was low, mid, or high. Okay, this roundedness is about lips. It is not about tongue, it is about lips. Say boot, please say it, and observe your lips. Do you think that your lips are rounded when you say boot? Yes, they are. And now if you try to say boot without rounding them, try to say, you cannot say. You cannot say them boot without rounding, right? So these four are rounded vowels. Oo, this is, long vowel, and this is short vowel put. And then boat and bore. If you pronounce this bomb as bomb, ah sound, bomb, in that case, this is not rounded, but this is, back vowel, ah sound, bomb. This is on American English vowels. Thank you very much for staying with us for the first lecture video on vowel chart. So inshallah, we continue with the next video. So please, shortly, I will upload the second video as well. So please stay with us. Thank you.